back on another exciting episode of Starfleet Boy, where we have a casual and informal conversation about Star Trek. Today, we're doing a special. It's a special. The Admiral, me, and the Captain, him, are on the bridge.
The
By the way,
Admiral.
it says we have 86 people. That seems so crazy. If there's if you guys are really if there's 86 of you guys watching this, say hello in the chat first of all, like if you care to, and also smash that like button. We want to see.
Wham the like button.
Woohoo! Oh, look, we've got System 47 in the
Hello
audience.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us.
We've got Benjinium, we got Joel. Who knows who else? 80. Oh, now it says the real number. Okay. It fixed it. Woo! I was so nervous. I was like, who's watching? All right, so the real number, thank you, you wonderful 4 people out there. It went from 89 to 4 people. That's wild.
So do you think YouTube was just like adding every person that had come on or something at some point?
I have no idea. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. I'm a niche subject YouTuber, so like I don't expect that much. So I was like, all these people are gonna be disappointed when they're like, oh my god, I have no idea what he's talking about. But we do have our regulars in the audience, which I really love, so thank you for coming. Oh, Daniel Co is able to attend. That's so cool. All right, well, now they're piling in. Folks are piling in. The familiar faces. Now I feel less pressure. Thank you.
Everyone, tell your 80 friends to all come along. So
now
he feels the pressure again.
Raise the stakes, so I feel the pressure again. Welcome back, Mr. Trek on the Tube, Mr. Toddy, as you're affectionately known. How are you?
I'm doing better. Yesterday I was very ill, but today I'm doing better. And I'm here to talk about Picard, the big pick.
The big Picard, yeah, me too. So did you rewatch, because we're gonna do the teaser, the Comic-Con trailer, and the final trailer? So have you watched?
So I have seen them all. I couldn't right now tell you which one is which, or which one features like what imagery. I don't know if you've got like a montage prepared.
I don't have a montage. I didn't prepare.
Oh my goodness.
Slides, although we'll be able to share screen and share like.
But no, I have seen them all.
Photos.
So like in my mind somewhere must be stored all of the information that was thrown at us, right? Not to mention like wonderful accounts like Yerk, etc. I've been following what everyone has to say about all of this. So yeah,
I agree. I have too. Well, what we could do, Sean, and maybe this might be fun for the audience. Hey, Stress Free K.
I haven't seen the first 6 episodes, like half of the internet, by the way.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay, there we go.
I've never had FOMO for.
So I don't know why, Terry. No, I'm kidding.
Terry Vitalis doesn't send out the screeners. I've never had FOMO for streamers. Did I say this right? Yeah.
Screeners.
Screener. What do I say?
Talking about streamers.
I swear I've had my cup of coffee. I swear I'm not tired, and I swear I'm not drunk either. So that 89 thing.
Bloody 11 in the morning. Come on.
It is slightly. Yeah, it's true. It is 11 in the morning. We were gonna do this in the afternoon, but we decided to.
No, I'm divided actually. To follow what you're going to say, you haven't said it yet, but you're going to say it. But I'm divided. On one hand, I want to see these first 6 episodes. I have massive FOMO for the screeners, but on the other hand, I kind of want to discover the episodes and like see them as they come out, rather than like see them in advance, then have to wait. I don't know how long. Like I want to be part of the magic of it being released. I don't know.
I 100% think that's awesome, but this is what I was gonna say is this is the only time I've ever experienced FOMO. So if screeners happened to fall in my lap,
you would watch them. You would binge that. You just binge it.
I would binge
you take a day off and then watch them 3 times each.
Yeah, exactly. I would watch them multiple times, and just exactly. So I would, but I don't have screeners. You and I don't know anything that's happening. So for those of you in the audience who do have screeners, and if you've already watched Picard, you can laugh at our speculation, and for those of you who haven't seen it, you can speculate with us. We love to interact, so if you guys have theories as we go through this, Um,
If you have
Toddy and
seen it, please don't put please don't spoil anything in the
yeah,
comments.
don't spoil. Yeah, please, if you've seen it, do
Laugh at
not
us if you
spoil
want.
anything.
That's fine. You can
Oh,
tease
here, let
us,
me
make
make a
fun.
banner that says no spoilers if you've seen
No
Picard.
spoilers.
Let me do that. That's a good idea. No spoilers, please.
If the people that have made the show
Picard.
can stop themselves spoiling it, then people that have seen it can surely stop themselves spoiling it.
Yeah, exactly. So no spoilers if you have seen Picard. Picard 3. I should put Picard 3. Hold on. Picard season 3. There we go. Look at that. We can make
Ruben's
things happen.
here. Hi, Ruben.
Oh, Ruben's here. Yeah. Yes.
It's his favorite show. Did you know that? Star Trek Picard is Ruben's favorite show. He thinks it's the best show to ever be produced.
Oh, that's very interesting.
He told me
that. So Daniel points out, rest in peace to the Borg Queen, and that's Annie Wershing, who we met at Chicago. Well, I didn't meet her like at her table or anything, but when they were on stage, I had a quick moment with her, and I got to grab a selfie, and she like looked at me and stuff. It was very cute. But yeah, rest in peace. It's very sad. She's only a year older than myself, so it kind of hit home and made me feel my mortality a little bit, as well as feel very sad that someone I guess I'm still considered young. 44, 45 is still young, so it made me really sad to hear about that. Let's see here. Don't blame me, blame the guy you were talking with. Who's one coding? Is that someone you know?
Am I to be blamed here?
Yeah, that's what it says.
I won't take the blame. I refuse. No, it's very sad. Annie Wershing, very talented actor. Very sad to hear of her passing. So that sucked. And it's also strange because in Star Trek, there are older actors in Star Trek, and I'm not saying that we're used to Star Trek actors passing, but it's inevitable. Over the years, Star Trek has gone for so long, and there are so many older actors that yes, we will have people passing kind of every year, but you just don't expect the younger ones, right, or the newer actors to pass. So that sucked. Really disappointing.
Yeah, totally. Also, by the way, we are on Twitter with this stream as well, which is a new thing we've been doing.
Yeah, I retweet that too.
Wow, it's so rare that you retweet anything, so I'm very pleased about that. Thank you. So yeah, there's lots of ways to interact. I'll be checking the Twitter stream periodically.
Send us subspace messages.
Yes, send us all the subspace messages. All right, so Toddy, the thing I'd like to do, tell me if you are game for this, is I'll put the links in the private chat as well as in the public chat, and we'll watch and kind of react to the trailers that we've already seen, and just maybe pause.
And you throw them up on stream, or is that
No, I won't be able to do that. We'll get a copyright strike.
Oh,
but we can, as I pause them, we can put up a screen, a pause.
The Viacom CBS gods will fall upon you.
They will. They're really. You know who doesn't care is Disney, and I love it. I love it. So 4 months ago, we got the first sneak peek, and let me put that in. That's 4 months ago. That's crazy. It's not that long ago if you think about it. So let me see if this works.
4 months ago. So that was what? That was during. Prodigy hadn't started up again yet, right? That was during Lower Decks season 3.
I guess so. Yeah. You keep track of that stuff better than I do. All right.
Well, Father does.
Yeah, Father is really great at that stuff. I think he's working from home. You might be watching this. All right, so here we have in the private chat. I pulled up the link for you there, Toddy.
Thank
you. Audience, in just a few minutes, we're gonna play it. It's 1 minute 26 seconds, and Toddy and I will let's go back 4 months ago to see what the first tease.
Do you have a little? Do you have an effect? The 4 months ago.
No, but let me see something.
No.
That's a good reference to Wayne's World. I think that's what you were referencing, right?
No, I was just referencing the general flashback thing that people do in movies. But does that come from Wayne's World? Is that originally?
You don't remember? Did you ever see Wayne's World?
I've never seen Wayne's World.
Oh, hold on, I put up the wrong screen. Let me put us back here. Okay, cool. All right.
What are you doing, man?
I almost
Like, I'm gonna watch this thing.
What's that?
Or do I have to wait for you to?
You have to wait. Yeah.
I'm watching. No, I gotta
so that
wait.
we're in sync. Joel confirms they do that in Wayne's World. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so we get this nice little opening bars from the original series. We get a ship approaching another ship. By the way, the music in all the trailers has been superb. So we got Crusher
This message is
doing her
for
thing, and then she
Admiral
says, "This message
Picard.
is for Picard.
We
John
need your
Picard.
help."
We need your help." Let's pause it for a second. Are you paused on the building being blasted?
Yes. You really have to pause it. It's like 1 minute and 26 seconds. You don't want
I
to
know,
watch
but I just want to say, she says, "We need your help." So
your sound was in sync with my image. That was pretty good.
Hey, this is a breakdown. We're doing an inspection, so there's gonna be a lot of pausing.
Full analysis.
Toddy, this building here, a lot of people are speculating that this is a Starfleet museum, but then we got a new update on the recent trailer where some folks are thinking that the museum is actually that space dock that you see, and the rings around it are it looks like they have like classic vessels in there, and so you can go and visit. So that's what the speculation is updated to. But before, we thought this building was a museum. I still have no idea what this building is. Any idea? And what is that ray? Like, what kind of device can do a ray of destruction that big? Like, that's the other thing. We haven't even seen what produces that energy blast. It's like it's like Star Trek Death Star. So there's still a mystery there.
Yeah, so this is coming down from orbit. This kind of like
yeah, it's going straight down from orbit is what it seems like.
Okay.
Or
is that similar to what the Xindi did to Florida?
Oh yeah, it is similar to what the Xindi did to Florida. I don't know how big that trench is that the Xindi did, but it's probably bigger than the width of this beam here.
For sure, yeah. But
so anyways, that's like,
I don't know what this building is. I don't know why they're destroying it.
But this is something I keep coming back to because we still don't know, we don't know a lot. So yeah. Anyways,
this is a trailer from 4 months ago though.
I know. But
do you think that they're gonna pull like a Disney and like some of these images they won't even be in the show?
It's possible, and I don't mind that personally.
No, I don't mind either. I'm just saying, like maybe this
possible.
isn't even in the final show.
Hey Jay, nice to see you in the audience. Joel says the Xindi are the big bad. Heard it here first. Did you listen to our Text Trek trailer discussion the other night by any chance?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I think we figured out what the hench people are of Vatic. Yeah, I'll tell you when we get to that. I'll reiterate that when we get to it. Yeah, so
I'm intrigued.
Keep
I really hope they're Remans, and they're so pissed because no one cares about them.
No, I think it's cooler what they might be. I might if they come out in this trailer, I'll point it out to you here. Oh, you know what? I should have been sharing the screen here. This is so unprofessional. Oh wait, no,
you're so dreadful.
There we go. So now you can see, because we're allowed to show screen. This is what we've been talking about.
We're talking about this
whole time.
Yeah.
One coding speculates the only thing that powerful I can think of is the planet killer from TOS, but this is like I think that thing's bigger. I don't know, but yeah, maybe. But I doubt we'll have the planet killer. What's that?
I like the shuttle. There's a shuttle there.
Oh, that little shuttle there. I wonder if I can zoom in. Let me see. No,
I don't think so. You can. On your phone, you can zoom in on YouTube now.
You can?
Yeah.
No, it does not let me zoom in. Well, oh well. On your phone, you can do it. But yeah, that shuttle.
I love how are those just like regular
Strange New Worlds era shuttle, by the way, if I'm looking at it.
That's just like a regular train line, though. And that doesn't seem very futuristic.
There's all kinds of reasons to have maglev trains that are still. They could have converted all the existing tracks to maglev.
Why would you take a train though? Like if you can transport.
It's fun.
It's leisurely.
Right, you ready?
Right?
You ready to hit play again?
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, play. All right. So we're still hearing the little Star Trek.
It's gone. It's destroyed.
Then we see
I need to
the
find her.
Elos, which is Beverly's ship, and we hear Jean-Luc saying, "I need to
Did
find
you
the
hit
ship."
pause
I paused
again?
it again. Sorry.
Dear God.
Pause it on. Are you in the city, the Free Cloud City? Is that where you...
How am I supposed to keep up with you? There's like 16 shots of the city. I was on Riker's face.
We're on timestamp 28 seconds.
God damn.
All right, we'll hit play again. Are you ready?
Oh my God, yes.
So this city is
We need to
interesting. It
find
looks
a
very
ship.
Blade Runner.
Just let it play through, and then we can go back to what you
No,
want.
I
Fine,
can't
fine.
ask you to put
This
yourself in
music's so
danger.
good, by the way.
Since when?
I love the
Jean-Luc.
silence. This is the kind
Wherever
of
you go.
sneak peek that wanted you to see, like,
We go.
this was, I remember now, we saw them in,
Hello,
like, action
beautiful.
for the first time.
Permission to come aboard, Commander.
We see,
Permission
this
granted,
shot a
sirs.
little more extended.
Welcome to the Titan.
Why don't you do us the honor?
Those
The
sets
Titan.
look amazing.
What do you think of the Titan?
All right.
I love it. You
Engage.
can hear the trailer. Thanks for letting us know.
It's,
got the audio.
It's
I hope
all
we
right.
don't get a copyright strike on that. All right. Joel's like, this will get taken down.
This will get taken down. I don't think so. I think I'm not a fan of like the overall design of the ship. But I like the way it blends, like kind of like the, I don't know, like Enterprise B era kind of stuff with like the new modern stuff. Does that make
What do you
sense?
mean Enterprise B? It looks more like the Enterprise A, no?
Well,
With modern.
the refit maybe.
Yeah, the refit. See here,
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. There
Yeah,
she
it's
is.
got like an old. I don't know what's going on with this deflected dish and with like the secondary hull there. It's that's some ugly looking thing, but no, I'm not a fan of the overall design. But I like the blending of aesthetics, like the older version of ships with the new versions, like kind of together. I like that.
Yeah, there's a interesting thing that I read, and I can't find it anymore. I think it was posted by Doug Drexler, but it's in line with what I was speculating anyways. It's like modern designers of vehicles today will go back and reference earlier designs, and sometimes there's like a nostalgia kind of thing in design in general, like even just in general, like homes and everything, like people kind of will reference other eras. And so that's basically what I thought was happening is the ship designer for the Titan for this class of ship, which is known as the Constitution 3, I believe, leaned heavily on the designs of those times. So
Go
even though
to
she looks-
go to 107.
Oh, 107. Okay. Even though she looks quite retro with her saucer section, she's really quite modern. And here, let me see if I can do the 107 thing. YouTube's thing is weird. Like I see it says 107, but watch when I click on it, it took me to 109. All right, we're almost there. All right, we're almost there. 107. All right, Toddy, we got you on 107. Here we go.
All right, sublime.
All right, here we go.
See, look, the saucer section. I quite like the saucer. It's almost half a saucer that's been cut, right? Because they've got the thrusters in the back there.
Yeah, they've got extra thrusters, and there was also a design
but
explanation for that by Doug Drexler, which I thought was
The
pretty cool.
secondary hull there. I don't like that at all. That looks dreadful.
What's that?
That secondary hull.
Really?
Down there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love it. I think it's a cool
No.
design,
it's hideous.
and I like the
And
new.
the
I
nacelles
like
are
the new
way
era
too
nacelles.
big, by the way. What
That's
the hell?
just the angle, Toddy. You're like
that's
it's
just the angle?
up close to the camera. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
okay.
The ship's slightly at an angle heading away from the camera, and
Mm.
it's close. You really can't tell until you see the model. Actually, there's better shots in the newest trailer. So, anyways, just seeing
It's
this
not important
teaser-
though. It's the Titan. It's not the Enterprise.
Wow. So the Voyager's not important to you either?
No, I didn't say that. I said this
see,
is the
what?
Titan.
I think the Titan's gonna be important after we watch Picard season 3. Do you think okay, since we're still talking about the Titan, do you think we will see a lot of Enterprise F or just a little bit, like in that little section that we've seen in other trailers?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I
Let's
I don't know
let
how Starfleet this season is gonna be. I'm assuming it's gonna be a lot more Starfleet than what like the previous seasons were.
yes, that's a safe assumption from what I've
Um,
seen and read.
But I don't know if it's gonna be like Enterprise Starfleet or if it's just gonna be like mainly like is it mainly happening on the Titan?
That's my impression, is that it's mainly happening on the Titan, but I don't know.
Okay, so this is basically we're on Riker's ship all the time. Is that it?
It's not Riker's ship anymore.
Oh, it's not Riker's ship. It's what's his name?
We don't know his captain name yet, I don't think.
Okay.
I might have seen it, but I don't know if that's really it. But it's Todd Stashwick from 12 Monkeys. Have you
Yeah.
met Deacon yet? Yeah, you've seen
Oh, yeah.
for sure. You're on season 2, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was super happy to see
Deacon is the original Negan. I'm gonna say I know you haven't seen The Walking Dead, okay, but Deacon is the original Negan.
Oh, okay, and is okay. So Walking Dead came after 12 Monkeys, I guess.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm, but actually I don't know when the comic books came out.
All right, for a refresher, I've posted a link to the next teaser, which is 2 minutes and 34 seconds, the NYCC Comic-Con thing, and this one.
Oh no, 12 Monkeys came. Oh yeah, but I don't know when. Anyway, they're very similar in the way that the characters are. I find in performances and yeah.
And this was posted how many months ago? When did this come out? When was the NYCC thing? Do you remember?
Well, this one's 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Mm-hmm. But I just can't remember the date.
Well, this was 3 months ago.
Oh, 3 months ago. Okay, so a month after the
October 8th.
A month after the sneak peek. Okay.
2022.
All right, I'm gonna try to lower my volume enough to not hear the trailer.
You will also note, good sir, that the date on which the video was published is written in the description of the video.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's been the case since like the beginning of YouTube. I think that was one of the first features of YouTube.
Wow. Let's see here. We got some comments. Jay, who has also watched
12 Monkeys and The Walking Dead,
agrees with you.
Yeah, they got a similar vibe, those two characters, I find.
And then Daniel says, my prediction, we'll see the newly commissioned USS Possum, commanded by Captain Red Green, built with titanium and duct tape. Wow.
I don't get that reference. Do you?
I don't either, but
okay.
Maybe
I'm sure it was
gets it.
I'm sure it was a valid reference.
What's that?
I'm sure it was a valid reference.
I'm sure as well. Let's
My
see
12
here.
Monkeys complaint is that it is too Walking Dead. Oh, come on.
Oh, we're not talking about 12 Monkeys though.
Because now you have to fight all these people because they're fighting your favorite show. No, I don't feel like 12
shows. I have a lot of favorite shows.
I don't feel like 12 Monkeys. Okay, we'll do a side note. Okay, we'll do a small side note.
Because we will be talking about 12 Monkeys. So yeah,
I know, but this has to be addressed. This has to be addressed. 12 Monkeys is not to The Walking Dead. And for everyone fighting out there about which is better, The Walking Dead or The Last of Us, or like saying that they're similar, I think that the problem is that the post-apocalyptic kind of like take that we show on TV now has become very standardized, and I think we're all very used to like the overgrown cities and like the cars on the roads that have been abandoned. I think just that visual take has kind of gotten a little bit old now. So that's all I think. That's why they feel similar, somewhat like The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, 12 Monkeys. They can feel kind of similar. I really just think it's because of that.
To be fair, also because 12 Monkeys is a time travel show, we do spend a lot of time in other settings and locations.
Oh yeah, that's why I
Unlike The
think it's
Walking-
completely different.
Yeah, unlike The Walking Dead, which is always in that post-apocalyptic.
You have to do like a flashback sequence basically to
Right.
Also,
get out
that's
of
why
that.
Fear, although everyone hated Fear the Walking Dead, at its peak is better than The Walking Dead.
Why does it take place in before The Walking Dead?
The first season takes place, yes, before the events of The Walking Dead,
I see.
and then they kind of catch up. They play a timey-wimey thing, but
All right. Well, back to this. Everyone cue up the trailer. We're going to do what Toddy said. We're going to watch. I'm not going to ask to pause it at all. We're going to watch it all the way through, and then we'll go back and pick out some screen caps that we really like.
so
All
have
right,
you
ready?
lowered have you lowered the volume here to not get flagged?
I have, but the audience, tell us if you still hear it. If you do, I might have to mute my
Thank
mic.
you,
I don't know
Joe.
if it's me or you.
This is a wife decision, by the way.
Oh,
This is not.
the beard?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Hold on, I haven't seen it. Let's see. I don't know. You just like look like Prince Harry.
Is that a good thing?
I mean,
That sounds like a terrible thing.
he's a handsome person.
Okay.
It's not like it was a good thing. Facial hair becomes you tight. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, contact. There's more of that TOS chime.
Thank you.
Jean-Luc is having dinner at 10 forward, probably. I'm hoping. This seems different from the place where... Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's being approached here. So there's another scene with Riker and the Admiral. I love this shot. We haven't seen it again, I don't think, of the wreckage and the Titan inspecting it or whatever. Lots of shots of people kind of... Oh, what is that? See that ship they were looking at there? I
Yeah.
think that's the Shrike from a different view, and it's acting dormant. I think it was sitting in that rubble. Ooh.
So I'm a little bit afraid that this season is going to be kind of like end of the world stuff again.
Your timing, Jean-Luc Picard.
It's gonna become what? Ooh, fire.
It's going to be like end of the world-ish again.
I mean, it's gonna be the end of the Federation-ish. It's not gonna be a galactic. It's not gonna be like the frickin' Burn or the threatened Disco 4, where it's not galactic. I think it's Federation ending, and that's fine with me. Ooh, Jordy's like, you brought them into this too. Looks so pissed. Who's that guy? We just saw a guy that we haven't seen again, and that's who he's talking to answer Father from earlier. I think is that kid. So Troy is sensing all-consuming darkness on the ship.
Now, Jack,
I think it's fine if we can hear a little bit.
everything that
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Okay, so they show that shot again.
we will scorch the earth under which he stands, and the night will brighten with the ashes of the Federation.
See the ashes of the Federation.
But first, we will have vengeance.
The effects look so freaking good, by the way. We also see La Sirena's part of this. Like, do you think? I don't know. I just got goosebumps. That drove everyone crazy with
Yeah.
joy when they saw Moriarty, and it's still very cool scene. And then the cherry on top, you get a glimpse of Lore as well. Dun, 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 dun. Again, superb music. Again, really exciting. But we really don't know anything, which again, not a bad thing.
Well,
but there's not a lot that we can.
There's very little context to go off in terms of like speculation, right?
Yeah.
Like I know people have seen it, etc. But if you only have that, and like no one's given you any additional information, there's very little to kind of speculate from. Geordie LaForge looks so good.
Yeah, they all look good in my.
They all
opinion,
look good.
but yeah.
But like LeVar Burton has this presence to him.
He looks really good. Like he could do a show and be the lead of the show.
It's
on
almost
every-
as if like we
Like,
want
he
to
hasn't
we want to
aged.
we want a Geordie show, right?
We wanted all of them show. All right, so here's the scene I was telling you
Yeah.
that I really like.
So Jay says the villain sounds as if they're motivated like Shinzon, just in the Federation. And I'll kind of bounce off that. From the beginning, ever since the beginning, and the reason why I keep on talking about like the Remans is because I don't know why, but like that ship. So the ship makes me kind of like the ship reminds me of kind of like the Narada. I don't know why, because it's like all pointy, from Star Trek 09. But for some reason, the villain gives me like Shinzon vibes. The villains kind of like alien species, and they give me like Riemann vibe. Like the whole idea and like the vengeance talk, and then there's like lore. I don't know. I get like massive Nemesis vibes from the whole film, from the whole trailer.
Interesting.
I might be
I don't
completely
get.
wrong, and I think maybe they're going in a completely different direction, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I get the Nemesis vibes. There's something going on because, well, we'll talk about it in the next trailer, but we finally get a glimpse of Ed Spieler's character, who a lot of folks are speculating is a secret son. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, as well, to Jean-Luc and Beverly. So it seems like a reoccurring thing in
would
Jean-Luc's
you be happy
life.
about that?
Depending on how it's executed, yes, totally. I'd
Okay.
kind of given like see it is I like it because it is a reoccurring thing in Jean-Luc's life. Like, he definitely has lamented about never starting a family, and the continuation of the Picard line, etc. But I did feel like he was kind of like we'll talk about this once Picard season 3 is over, and like kind of see how the whole journey stacks and like what we find out. But at the end of ending of Star Trek Picard season 2, I did feel like he had both kind of reconciled with his fate and realized that, like, oh, maybe it's not so bad. There's plenty of great legacy, like the next generation is in good hands, that kind of thing.
Mm.
And then he was ready to start this relationship with Laris, which, of course, those of us that ship Beverly and Jean-Luc were probably like, how are they going to get him out of that one? So that'll be
How dare
interesting.
they?
How dare they? So that'll be interesting indeed. Let's see here. Jay says, I feel like this season might be Nemesis done right. I think Nemesis was done right, so it'll be Nemesis done better, in my opinion.
Done again.
Done again, but better, I guess. I don't want their kid to be a bad guy. He does seem like a rogue, though, or a villain a bit. He has Riker in the next trailer. He has Riker at gunpoint in one scene. He shoots another Starfleet officer in another scene. He's definitely antagonizing Jean-Luc with some of his statements. So I don't know if he's the bad guy necessarily, but he's there's so many possible bad guys, by the way, in Picard season 3. Like, we know Vadic is supposed to be the main bad like villain, if you will, or antagonist, but it seems like there's a lot of antagonists, including Geordi and Riker, who seem to be antagonizing Jean-Luc a little bit with their well, Geordi seems pissed, so I don't know. What do you think Rafi's story is going to be this season, Toddy? Like, how do you think Rafi's going to fit into everything?
I think Rafi will only be there for like a couple episodes.
I don't think so. I think she's going to be throughout the season, and so is Seven.
I had heard that she was only going to be in like 2 episodes, right? I think.
You heard that?
Yeah, I feel like it, but then like they got posters, like they got character posters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's on the big poster, so which we got to show off of.
No, but they got the individual posters too, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
I don't know.
Rafi
I don't know how Rafi and Seven are going to play into this. All I hope is that, because from my understanding, watching Picard season 1, season 2, Rafi was as important an officer and as important a friend to Picard as all of the cast of TNG was, basically. So we're just more accustomed to seeing the relationship between like the TNG people and Picard than we are Raffi and Picard, because we've spent 7 years, 24, 26 episodes per season with them, and Raffi we've only had like a couple of episodes, and we didn't spend any like Starfleet time with Raffi and Picard. We came in after that, all of that had been, done and finished. So I would want them to like further explore, or at least like kind of like show us that Raffi and Picard had like a long-standing, very professional relationship, the same way as like him and Riker or him and Deanna. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of like really reinforce that.
Stress 3K points out, I like how Raffi and Seven survived the Picard massacre of the La Sirena crew. I like how everything settled. I am, of course, a huge fan of Elnor, and so I am a little bit disappointed that Elnor doesn't seem to have a larger part to play. But I was pleased that they left the door open for his character and didn't just like kill him off and stuff like that. I also am very satisfied with the way that Rios's character kind of ended up. I love the idea that he's a time refugee, but in the other direction. Like usually they bring the person from back in time to the future, or like like whatever. But in this case, he's back in the past, and it is interesting that like I would like to. There is like also there are stories in that too, because I imagine that not only is he a refugee from time stuck in the past, but he has to try to like be very careful enough to elude the time cops, right? Because there are time cops in Star Trek. There's like a temporal investigations team and people who might want to go. Daniels, for example, might want to correct things, but it sounds like his causality is part of history now, and an accepted part of history. So I kind of love that. And so is the Doctor. Her butterfly thing is on everything. It's very dark, but here's a screen pause of what I think might be the Shrike sitting dormant. I'm not sure, but that's a cool looking shot. So let me go back to us here so that we don't have that. And then any other thoughts on this little NYCC thing?
Not so much. I mean, it's very mysterious. It's very kind of like dark and gritty and end of the worldish.
Yeah, it totally.
It takes itself very seriously. I'll say that.
It does. Let's see here. Christopher Plummer. Amanda Plummer is playing Renee's girlfriend. So there's speculation. We'll get to it when we get to that next trailer. But there's speculation that this is wild speculation. I don't think this is it at all. But that the young man Ed Spielers is playing is actually Rene Picard. So we'll see. That's pretty funny. Jay says, "I just already want a Titan show with First Officer 7 and Captain Deacon, but he won't want explosions or anything." A Titan show is something that I think I would like too. I like the way the hero ship looks. I hope she survives season 3. There's a lot of speculation that Captain Deacon will perish this season. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it's a very if that happens if that happens, it would lead into a possible command for 7, which I don't mind at all. So if the sacrifice means that 7 takes over the Titan and there's this nice little legacy of Titan commanders, that would be really cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. So what about you, Toddy?
I would like 7 to become a Starfleet captain. There's just there's so much that Picard season 1 and season 2 kind of like threw out there, and like say what you will about those first 2 seasons, they kind of dealt with what like they had their own specific kind of stories, right? But there's so much more. The Fenris Rangers, just Elnor, like he was kind of adjacently part of those seasons, but he wasn't really there. I think there's so much worth doing with like the characters and the stories beyond what was shown in season 1 and season 2. I would like to see some more Friend Rangers stuff, and definitely all of these characters that they've created. I think that they should absolutely bring them back in like other shows. I think Lower Decks maybe could do something with these guys, or maybe Prodigy could like carry on. I don't know, or maybe they'll make a new show, the next generation, and we can have some of these characters come back in there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Fathery, our friend Fathery, who says while Strange New Worlds is around, that's going to be the Enterprise show, so we won't get a next generation aboard the Enterprise. But like, why not the Titan? You know, like it'd be a pretty cool thing. And again, I think having a show centered around the Enterprise is awesome. So after Strange New Worlds ends, maybe that's when we'll finally go into the next Enterprise in a
Well,
future point.
okay,
So
I agree. I agree with you guys when you say that Strange New Worlds is going to be the Enterprise show, right? It remains that when Picard stops, we no longer have a show in the present.
Right, and I think that's what the Titan show will be.
Okay.
A good, or I think what some folks are calling it, and I'm unfamiliar where the source of this is like it would be called Star Trek Legacies.
That's
The
because
show.
there was a thing that was supposed to be called Star Trek Legacy, I think,
Oh, okay.
a long time ago. Or there's a video game called Star Trek Legacy, I forget. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But they need a show in the present, because Prodigy isn't exactly in the present at the moment. There's still a little bit in the past. Like they haven't caught up to like all of these events that are happening now, and then of course Discovery has gone to the future of the future.
Jill47 points out Terry Metalis tells us via Trackyard Chat that if we think that the show is too darkly lit, we must get a better monitor. Sigh. Yes, I know it's a sad thing like to hear that, but I actually agree with him and think it's absolutely true. I don't think anyone should be forced to get a better monitor, but just realize that a lot of streaming is not presented in the way that the filmmakers intended to. I think that's one of the reasons why filmmakers really want, or just even TV show makers, like they want you to see like the Blu-ray or have the Blu-ray or stuff like that, because you're gonna get like there's all kinds of difficulties that come from streaming that can change the way a picture looks. Like sometimes I've heard people complain that the show looks like not that great, and that's all having to do with streaming usually, because when you watch it on Blu-ray there's a whole different vibe to it. Like all of the Picard seasons, when I watched them on TV, they looked all right. I have a really good internet connection, but they were a little bit dark, or they were a little bit like not crisp, if you will. But as soon as I watch them on Blu-ray, they're like gorgeous. I mean, the special effects are like just like they pop, and like the dark scenes, the blacks are really black. Where there's the contrast ratio, I guess, is what I'm talking about, is a lot better on physical media and
If
Blu-ray. So it's kind of a tough thing to hear that, but it is absolutely true. Plus, on top of that, all of our TVs have like various settings that we don't even know that are on that actually ruin the viewing experience, because they fill in frames, for example, so the and do all kinds of upscaling that they're not supposed to be doing. So it is a tough thing to hear, but it is true. The better your TV, the better the picture.
I will say this though, in terms of like, in terms of darkness, in terms of like, it's not just a Star Trek thing now, and it's not just a Game of Thrones thing now. Is like at this point, I think there's like 6 shows, and 6 showrunners or like cinematographers that have said like, your TV is crap, get another one, basically. And it's like the reason why you can't see the show correctly or can't see this episode correctly is because of you and your TV. It's not because of us. And I'll say this: that's not fair. You can't ask people
it's not fair,
to just.
but what can you do? How can they make a show that's universally accepted by every old TV?
It's not on the. Okay, so let's say they have their standards to film it in like whatever quality, they're using whatever lighting, and on their cameras it looks good, and then the people that they're selling it to.
For some reason.
Am I back?
Oh yeah, you're back. Okay.
No, I'm saying like so the people on set, right? Like the cinematographer and the director and everything, they're doing their job, and they're filming it in a certain way. They have the lighting set up in a certain way. But then if what they're making cannot translate correctly onto like the channel that we're watching it on or the streaming service that we're watching it on, and it translates even worse into the TV we're watching on, then someone needs to do something in the industry to fix this problem. Someone over at the streaming service, someone over at the studio, someone over at the channel needs to figure out a way to present not only for the audiences so that they can see it well, but also the glorious work that people are working on to make it be seen correctly. Because at the moment, what you're getting is people are working on something, they're doing their best to make it look good, and we see shit, basically.
Yeah,
And
but
it's like,
again,
so their
again,
work looks like shit.
it's not their fault. It like I get that the comment of
Whose
get a new
fault?
TV
You're saying
is
it's not their fault. Who are you saying?
the people who made the show, or
I'm
maybe
not. I
even the
didn't
streaming
blame the people who made the show.
or the
I'm blaming
streaming
the.
service either, because
Yes, it
again,
is.
even though
It is your duty to deliver what these people are making
you can't
as
they
they
can't
make it.
control they can't control they can they are I can almost guarantee you they're delivering it in the best possible way. By the time it gets to your end, there's all kinds of variables that are out of the studio's control: your internet speed, the kind of television you have, what settings are on your television, which streaming device you're using. Are you
There was
watching
an
it on a
episode of
computer?
there was an
Are you
episode of
watching it
Game
on
of
your phone?
Thrones.
Is your phone 5 years old? There's
There
these
was
all of these are variables that
there
are
was an
impossible for a studio
there was
or
an
a
episode of
filmmaker
Game of
to
Thrones that was
to do.
black. You couldn't see
That's
what was happening. You
different.
couldn't see.
The actual the filmmakers addressed it and said they made it like that on purpose. That's a different story from what we're
Yeah,
talking about
he
right
said
now.
the same thing as
So
what Jill just said. The man
no,
said
the guy
the
from
man
the
said
thing didn't
get
say
a better
get a
TV.
better TV.
He did.
No, he didn't. I don't remember
Yeah,
that from
he
the Game
did.
of Thrones controversy. But regardless, a better TV indeed will improve it. Like when I watch it on my nicer TV, which is in my
That's
room
fine.
here, everything
It's
looks
okay.
better. But
That's
it's
okay.
not
If
the
you have
fault of the studio.
$15,000
It's how
to
the
spend on a
TV.
TV, that's fine. Good for
You don't
you.
need
But
to
some
spend
people
that
don't.
much money to get a better TV. Sometimes it's not that bad. Like I've seen $400 TVs that are brand new and probably have the best technology. I don't want to really get deep into this argument because it sounds like you think you still think it's the studio's fault. It's definitely not. It's on the other end when it gets to you. There's like 100 different variables, maybe more, that no one can control. And so I get that the comment of get a better monitor is a little upsetting perhaps to someone because like no one wants to spend that money, but like the sentiment behind it is that you can't there's nothing you can do if your equipment and your internet and all that stuff is older.
I just don't think it's very fair,
just
and I
a
think it's a
sad
very entitled thing to say for like the studios, which are making like millions of dollars, to tell people that are paying for like the subscription to see this thing, like, nah, it's your fault. Go out and spend more money. I don't think it's fair.
Well, there you have it.
There you go. So I think that the industry should find a way to resolve this problem, at least in part.
Yes.
On their end.
Hey, Terry Metalis and the industry, please buy everyone a new television so that Trek on the Tube can think it's fair.
Now you're being mean, but you understand what I mean.
No, I don't understand. I actually don't agree with you at all. But I don't want to dwell on this because it's not what we're here to talk about. So I'm just letting you have your...
Make your shows brighter then. Stop filming everything at night. Stop hiding
I love
everything.
it. I love that a ship looks like, the right way. Like,
Jill says it's
the
elitist and
contrast.
entitled. She's correct.
All right, moving on. Look, this is not dark. I mean, I don't know, actually. I actually don't know how you're seeing Starfleet Boy on your screen, so I couldn't tell you, but on my screen, this is not dark. It's perfectly exposed. It's like really nice, you know what I mean? It's meant to be in a darker setting. Hey, Michelle came on a hot topic. Agree, it's too dark. Oh my god. I'm gonna make it my mission
Okay,
to
go to
show
go
everyone.
to 139 to show us Worf at 139. All right, go
All right,
to
hold on,
139. Show us Worf.
All right.
All right, I understand. Look, I understand ambiance. I understand like the mystique. The mystery of it. I understand. I don't know what they're trying to do, but still, you don't have to film it in the dead of night.
Yes, you do, if that's what your vision is. Like, I'm sorry, if you're the director and that's what you want, like, I as an audience member, like, again, I don't think it's so extreme that you can't see anything. Like, I don't really care about the background sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, but if a director wants to make something darker and moodier, I'm like not going to argue with that. Now, again, I understand what you're talking about is a little different. You're saying you can't see it. Again, I'm saying that's because of
Yeah.
your settings.
No,
You know what I mean?
because there have been plenty of films. I have watched plenty of films and plenty of TV shows that have been very dark in the past, and I've never had problems. I've always watched them on shitty screens. You know what I mean? I don't buy 50 grand televisions, and I'm
No
capable of
one
I'm capable of watching these dark TV shows, these dark things. And it's only in recent years that certain, I don't know, cinematographers look at that. That's honestly, come on. There's, oh my God, there's certain, I don't know, they've decided to all of a sudden, like, or maybe it's just a streaming service. Like maybe the way streaming like delivers the content um isn't faithful to how the people,
It
like
just
the
can't be
director or the
you.
vision.
It just can't be you. It can't be your end. It has to be like there's no
Well,
in your
clearly there's
mind.
50 other
There's
people
no
in the comment section
yeah,
telling me
but
that it's
like
them too.
I just
So
told
it's
you
not
that
just
there's
me.
like I just told you that on the end side there's probably hundreds of variables. So it can't be any of that. It has to be the studio. So I get it. I get it, Toddy. It's the studio's fault. They have to fix it. I get it. It's impossible that it's impossible that there's 1,000 different people with different settings that interfere with the way it looks. So
I think
I
that they
agree.
should. No, I think that since they're the ones releasing it, and we're the ones paying to see it, which is fine. I think maybe they could do a bit more of an effort to. I think they can make a bit more of an effort to like standardize the viewing experience for everyone, because I'm sure there would be ways to do that, right? I just watched a full breakdown on why you can't hear things properly and why like Gen Z and everyone watches like subtitles now. It was very interesting. And
Oh, did
basically,
you post that somewhere? I thought I saw something like that.
I posted that in our group chat because it's very very interesting. And basically, they're talking about like the amount of uh, sound bands that are going through, and like Dolby Atmos or whatever it is. It has like
Yeah.
138, but once you get home, you no longer have 138 channels. You only have 7 channels, and like even on your phone, you've only got like 3 sound channels or whatever it is. So of course, it's going to sound a lot more muffled, and the quality of sound isn't going to be good enough. So that I totally agree. There's something that needs to be done in the industry where like the standardized should be they should find a balance between 128 and 7, right? There has to be a number between those that is manageable. And I think in terms of like lighting, in terms of like image contrast, in terms of like visual, there has to be a balance that can be found where if you're watching this on like the beautifulest, nicest TV, it looks like the best thing ever. And then if you watch it on a regular
Yeah,
TV that most
I don't
people
think
have,
it'll
it
look the
looks like
best.
ass.
I think
All
no
right.
matter what your TV, quality or
I get that you won't
or
be getting like,
expenses,
you know,
streaming the show will not produce the same results as
oh,
watching it on physical
that's
media.
fine. That makes complete sense. And anyway,
So I
like
guess what
Trekkies
I'm
that
trying
we
to
are, we
say,
go out and buy the physical content anyway.
yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is it is unfortunate, but eventually you can see it as it was meant to be presented if you get it on physical media because it'll look a lot better. Frame rates, all that good stuff will be better. I love this shot, and it reminds me. In the next trailer, you see like a squadron of ships heading towards something. I think that's actually just part of this pageantry or whatever. But I also speculate there will be an attack at this by
Oh, really?
Vatic and their forces, yeah, and her forces. So yeah, I do speculate that. I think this is gonna
So
be like
so is she out for vengeance specifically against Picard, or is she out for
and the
vengeance
Federation.
against
It seems like she
the
has beef
Federation?
with both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Federation and Picard. She even says like stuff like "I'll peck and peck." She's trying to take everything away from Jean-Luc, and part of that is the Federation because he loves it so much, I guess, right?
Mm.
And so I think the Federation is in threat, based on what I'm seeing in these trailers. But I love this shot. We were all speculating that this is Earth space dock, but maybe it's not. Now that I'm thinking about it, or no, there's 2 different space docks. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is Earth space dock, but maybe the other shot we see is another space dock that's a museum. Wow, there's like a lot going on in these trailers. Let's see
So
here.
what do you think of her ship?
I like
what-
the Shrike. I do think it has echoes of the Narada, though. I do agree with that.
Well, it's because it's got the pointiness, right?
Right, but I'm wondering if they'll explain that. Like maybe the Shrike is a Romulan ship that she stole, or that she somehow came across, or or it's based on a Romulan design. Do we even know that the Narada is a Romulan design?
It is, but it's a Romulan mining ship, believe it or not.
Right. Oh, that's right.
Because apparently they need all them spikes to mine.
here's a shot of the Shrike coming out of this.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Nebula thing. Yeah. But first, we will have vengeance against the dark TV situation. All right, do you have anything else to say about the NYCC trailer before we get to the meat and bones? And get to...
No, it was longer than the first one that we just watched. It has more images.
And then, of course, we got this nice little
reveal,
which we already talked about.
That's the big reveal. I like this trailer actually, because even if I don't like understand what's going on, at least you get like some good shots of like all of the characters, right? You get to see everyone. Everyone gets a moment.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so let's here. Let me queue up the next. Wait, there was also one more shot in here that I wanted to put on. Brent Spiner looks so good as Lore. What are your hopes for Lore, Toddy?
They've golded him up, right? He looks a bit gold, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks gold / like almost like he's trying to get a more human complexion, so it looks like a golden tan, perhaps. I don't know, but yeah, he's definitely got the gold in him.
I don't know what I'm expecting of him. I don't know what I want, and I don't know what I'm expecting. Do you think it could possibly be something to the effect of like he's angry at Picard, or he holds Picard responsible for like the death of his brother?
I've wondered if that will come up, and it doesn't. I wonder if that'll come up, and I wonder if he teams up with them. I wonder if Moriarty and Lore are being brought out for a team up. The other thing that I heard that's really a cool speculation is that maybe Lore is back and like causing trouble, so they bring up Moriarty to get Lore, because Moriarty was designed to like basically outwit
I said
Data.
that months and months.
Oh, you're the one who
ago.
said that. Yeah,
maybe.
okay, yeah,
well,
yeah.
I know that I said that. I don't know if you heard that one from me, but like, yeah, that was one of my original theories was like Laura's up to some shenanigans, and so they bring out Moriarty to help them fight the guy off, basically, or beat him. I wonder if we'll meet the other Sung. Is the other Sung still alive? The Sung from Picard season 1? Did he survive?
You're talking about Inigo soon, I think his name is
Alton Inigo.
Alton Inigo, yeah.
Is he still alive?
Jill, there's some questions about Laura's appearance, and Jill was in the chat, the Trackyards chat. I tuned in at the end, but Terry addressed Laura's appearance. He's the most human of androids, like a Soji. So yeah.
Yeah, so he's got that. He's got that.
Yeah.
But he's got like the gold, kind of
that
like
Soji
hue
had.
That
I mean,
Soji
not Soji.
had.
That Sutra.
Sutra, yeah.
Sutra, yeah.
Bloody names.
Laura's Picard's son now. Bev adopted him.
Wow. This Sung family, right?
All right, so now we're gonna watch the official trailer, which is 2 minutes and 47.
None of these were official.
This is the official. Yeah, the other one. So the first one was a sneak peek. The next one was called a teaser, and then this one's called the official trailer. By the way, in all the time that those
you need to send the links, Mister.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna send it right now. According to YouTube's analytics here, the sneak peek got 1.3 million views cumulative in 4 months. The teaser trailer got 1.9 million views cumulative in 3 months. It's only been a day, I guess, since Paramount, like 2 days since Paramount posted the official trailer, and it already has 1.9 million views. So that's exciting. Lots of people are watching this trailer, so that's pretty cool. All right.
You're capable of seeing the views, but you're not capable of seeing that it was published 3 months ago. It's like literally on the same line.
Cut it out. No, I'm just kidding. Admiral's privilege.
Fair
Admiral's
enough.
prerogative.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna post the link here in the audience chat first, and then I'll give it to you here in the private chat. Le chat privé, is that how you would say it in French?
Yes.
Le chat. Le chat.
Well,
Chat? No.
No. Le chat.
Le chat. Le chat privé, right? Though I got that part right.
Yeah. Video is unavailable. I can't watch it, yo.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, it's got a copyright thingy.
Well,
Can you go find it? Just search for it and see if it comes up with different, like a Paramount, like maybe.
No,
Paramount
I can't watch it.
Canada.
I can't watch it because I'm not in the US.
Wow, why is it region locked? That's nuts.
Because Star Trek is not something for the entire world, of course.
This stream started out as a celebration of Star Trek, and now we're just like.
Don't worry
TV
about it.
screen.
I know where to watch it. I've seen it already. I know how to watch it.
I
know how to watch
you got
it.
it right.
I know how to watch it. I go onto my boy Terry Metalis on Twitter. I go through his feed and I'll find it and I'll watch it on his feed. That's how I do it. Oh, everyone's mad at you though. They're all saying it's geo-locked.
Oh no, we have so many Canadian and international friends that it's geo-locked. Let's find a link that's not.
Yeah,
geo-locked.
let's. Okay, I'll go searching. I'll go with
You
searching.
search for a link, because yeah, that's not cool. Meanwhile, let's see what's up. Terry Metalis is up and active, by the way. He is posting stuff. He says, interesting that my 3 favorite current starship captains all became admirals, and he threw in Admiral Adama from Battlestar Galactica. Those are really good choices for captains. Interesting, or commanders, I should say. So this so while Toddy gets us a link, or if anyone in the audience has a link to an international version, please put it up.
All right, hold on.
I agree with Jay. Is
this
dumb.
Is this what you're looking for?
Oh, you put it in the private chat. Let's see if this works.
Is that the same one? I think it is.
It's the same one. So here, I'm gonna post this in the chat. Thanks, Toddy, for finding it. All right, so here we go, audience.
It begins.
We got a region. It begins. Here we go. All right, so this one is not region.
So tell me when you play it, and I'll play it, and I'll watch it as your audio.
All right.
Did you send it? Did you post it?
I posted it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the people.
For the people.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. We get the Titan.
Oh, we die.
Yeah, we fight or we die. I love the bosun's thing.
Yeah.
The bosun's call. That's our screen grab that I used.
This does feel more like a trailer, actually. It does.
Yes. There he is, Captain.
There he
Deacon.
is, Captain Deacon.
We won't be blowing things up.
I love this little gag. It's like a little lighthearted moment. You know, he's like talking about like a mundane mission, but then we see all these glimpses of what's to come. Those were the days.
Those were the days. As if Picard was blowing stuff up all the time.
Something coming.
Yeah,
That's not what he did.
in the movies.
Some kind of attack.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's that shot. We'll come back to it. Of
Yeah.
I think that's from the previous thing that we saw.
All-consuming darkness.
I wonder if anyone's cut together like putting together screenshots in similar sequences. Trust no one.
Oh, okay.
Jean-Luc, trust no one, from Dr. Crusher herself.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard.
We will have vengeance.
Everyone's trying to be a lot more French than
Oh.
usual.
So you saw the close-up of the mask?
I saw the close-up.
Okay, we gotta talk about that as soon as this trailer
We shall.
finishes.
We shall.
Different now.
Alright, we'll go to that first, actually.
I love Geordie's eyes.
Oh, this creeps me out and freaks me out, rather, I should say. Oh, I love that shot of this.
Okay, so who's gonna die? Or who's gonna live? Who do you think lives?
I can't.
No one lives,
You
right?
can speculate all you want, but I can't talk about who might die. It's just too hard. It's too hard for me.
Too
to,
hard?
Yeah, I can't do it. I'll listen to you in the audience speculate about it.
Let's not speculate. You need
This
to prepare
music is
yourself.
so good.
You need to prepare yourself, though. You know, because otherwise it's gonna
I'll
hit
let
you.
this.
It's
Yeah,
gonna smack
I wanted
you.
to. I wanted to smack me. I wanted to hit me. It's fine.
When has it not been?
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at that. We figured out what that ship is too, by the way.
Oh, really?
I will take
Yeah.
another piece of you.
Each ticking moment, I will take another piece.
Time is the fire in which we burn.
Human nature, pal.
Boom. See? Oh, I don't know. It could have been someone else though that he's shooting. So who knows? I need you, all of you. Oh my gosh.
Seven isn't in any scenes, not on the Titan or any trailers. She's dead. Oh, she better not be dead. I hope they don't kill Seven.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna.
I would
Who
be
said that?
pissed about that, yo. It's like kill all the TNG people, but not Seven.
I love that part. All right, so we've watched the newest release, the actual
The
official
region
trailer,
free.
the region free version for our friends out there. What do you think of that trailer?
It's a good trailer.
It's a good trailer, right?
It's a good trailer. Did they do some color correcting on this thing, or did they do some like contrast enhancement or whatever it is?
Brightening? Is it
Yeah,
brighter?
I think
wow.
so.
Oh, does
I
it
think
look
it-
brighter to you,
'cause
Toddy? Does it look good?
It feels as
Are you
dark, but-
satisfied with the way it
It
looks?
feels as dark, but you can see the scenes. It feels better.
Maybe
I don't
your
know.
Canadian version has a.
Oh, that's right. It's the region free. They bump up the lighting a bit. It's just the US. The US, they like to see their things black. You know what I mean? Like they like it dark. No, I don't know. I feel like no, I like this trailer. I like the trailer a lot. It's not as somber or as kind of like end of the worldy as the other ones. Like there's a bit more humor. Yeah, you were pointing out like the contrast between like him talking about like a mundane mission. We're just gonna go out, scan a few things, and everything's blowing up. And then like there's the joke at the end with Riker and Picard. So yeah, no, there's a bit more humor going on.
So we've established based on the trailers that there's two of those space dock looking facilities that we've seen. There are two different ones. So this one is probably still part of that celebration thing, and I think this is Earth. I think this is Earth space dock that we're seeing, and like we might be over Earth in these scenes. Now, the ships are in like some kind of formation, and they're flying towards something. And Worf's voiceover in this part is like something is coming that would threaten the Federation or something along those lines, right? So that's why I thought they were heading towards like an attack, something that was attacking or whatever. But this could just be that same celebration now that I'm thinking about it. And then I wanted to talk about the dudes with the masks, or the people with the masks. Let me pull that up for you. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Right there. Boom. All right, you ready, Toddy?
I'm seeing it. I'm watching it here. It's at like 111. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at on my screen.
So I was talking about this on the Text Trek trailer, and I forget who it was, Aaron or someone pointed out that the mask looks like a beak, and it does. It looks like
It does.
It looks like a beak.
Caw-caw!
Yeah, I was gonna say, could we be introduced to an on-screen live-action avian species? So that might be interesting. I think that's gonna be what it is. So we might actually
Really?
see the Score or the Aurelians, but it might be another avian species that we hadn't encountered before. And it would make sense putting the masks on them because you don't want to do the CG constantly, but like when they take the masks off, we'll see like what they actually look like. So that's my guess on that. I think we're gonna find an avian species. What do you think?
Maybe. Do you think it's
Good possibility, right?
you think it's those bird people that Peanut Hamper screwed over?
Well,
And
I don't know if
they've come back however many years later in revenge because they hold her responsible for like.
Oh yeah, you're right. It would be
They
it,
they blame the Federation and Starfleet.
right. It would be that. That's interesting because they're from before. It's
I don't
true.
think.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it is.
think
They're from
about it.
before.
That's
They're from
right.
years ago.
Yeah.
Ago.
Oh my gosh, could I see Rada in live action? My guy Rada, my ultimate space husband.
Oh my.
Like, will I see Rada in live action? That would be amazing. Uh,
No, I don't think they're doing that. Let's stay serious.
but they might be avian.
But
I
they
think they're
could
gonna
be avian. Yeah, they could.
Yeah. Yeah, I think these are going to be an avian species. And if it's the Xindi, isn't there an avian species that was supposedly long extinct from the Xindi?
Yeah, the Xindi avian were like long gone before we came around. But if I recall, the Xindi avian skull, because there's like one skull, and there's like an illustration or something, but like it wouldn't fit.
Oh, they
Like,
had
it
like
would-
longer beaks or something like that.
Yeah, they had really long skulls. Then again, like Klingons traditionally have like skulls like us, and then in Discovery, all of a sudden they were like elongated, like they were xenomorphs or something. So they can always change things around. But like if you were to go off visuals alone, no, like the Xindi avians had like really long skulls.
Okay. So yeah, well, I mean, just like there's many different kinds of, humanoids, I imagine there's like lots of different kinds of avian species. So I'm excited to, who knows what they'll actually be, but I'm excited that there's like possibly an avian thing going on.
Are we this enemy? What's she called? Vedic?
Vatic, yes.
Okay,
Vatic.
Are we associating her to like any species at the moment or not?
So I can't figure out.
You're getting Romulan vibes, perhaps?
No, her facial scars are symmetrical, meaning they're whatever they are, they're features, not scars, I should say.
Okay.
Let me see if I could pull her up.
Because the ship could look a kind of Klingon too.
I mean, like the design of the ship, I'm not sure, but here, I've got a picture of Vatic up here.
Michelle says maybe the Marsman's a Jemadar. That would imply that like they managed to like not be addicted to Ketracel White anymore, or maybe there's little pumps underneath like Ketracel White delivery.
Oh yeah. Would that fit though, the Jem'Hadar, if they're the Jem'Hadar, because they have a different skull feature, right? Like, why would they put a beak on their masks? Like,
well, it doesn't have to be a beak. You can also like it looks like a beak because it points downward, but it also looks like Voldemort's nose.
No. No, it doesn't look like Voldemort's nose. Like, when was the last time you looked at Voldemort's nose?
Not recently, I'll admit, but still. The bloody pause. No.
I had to think about it. You made me like, you
It's like-
forced me to consider what you were, the
It was, like,
nonsense you were
incorrect.
saying. Like, yeah. It's like, you forced me to consider it. So I had
The
to-
glory of
I had
me
to think
talking,
of
it forces you to consider these things. You're so pissed, but you're like, I have to still consider it. Okay,
Jill
let's
points
talk
out-
about her features then. Let's move
Jill
away.
points out Picard wasn't even involved in the Dominion war, was he? Why would she chase Picard specifically?
That's very
The-
true. I don't
the
think this will be
Enterprise
Dominion related.
What was going on with the Enterprise during the Dominion stuff, though? Like, I mean, just because we didn't see on-screen stuff doesn't mean that those guys didn't have participation in the Dominion.
Well, he was probably
battles,
out
like-
there doing his mission, right? They were probably the Enterprise was probably out there doing the Enterprise missions because, like, I think the Enterprise, as much as it's a flagship, and often like they become like fleet captains or fleet commanders, like they have to be doing the Starfleet, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, Admiral Cornwall implies that they sent the best of Starfleet out to protect it, like to keep, just in case it was all an apocalypse, that there would still be a semblance of the Federation out there, and she trusted that Pike would do that. So it makes sense. I feel like that's a similar thing I would do with Jean-Luc or anyone, like any of our famous Enterprise crews so far. So yeah, that's a good one. But I speculate that they're definitely, I mean, he had to be involved. Jean-Luc, and also who knows, and maybe that's something we'll find out maybe that's something that will be filled in Star Trek Picard season 3. Maybe we'll get references to something Jean-Luc did during the Dominion war, or was part of. So who knows? Maybe he made a bad decision. It was said in the press stuff that, like, Jean-Luc might be confronting some secrets, so who knows? We'll see. What were you gonna say, Toddy?
There was a tradition on Romulus that when a loved one died, you would paint your grief upon your skin, ancient symbols of love and loss. In time, the paint would fade, and with it, the period of mourning would fade. And so that's why
Nero and the crew had those tattoos, or whatever.
They have permanent tattoos, right? Because like the mourning will never end. Basically, they said the period of mourning would never end. They have permanent tattoos, and I'm thinking maybe like these scars are kind of similar.
But maybe she's definitely not Romulan. I mean,
no, but I'm not saying like she's Romulan. I'm just saying that perhaps like the scarring is a mourning thing, right? Because you said that both scars are like the same on each side.
I just thought they were facial features, like maybe her species, but they could also just be legit scars, like from something that like. I don't know, but I think that those are like species specific, but we don't know yet. That's my guess. We got a lot of stuff going on in the chats. Let's see here.
Someone's talking about like the scale of the ships, how the ships really look tiny in comparison to the planets. And yeah, I do agree that it's nice to see like a sense of scale, because I mean, technically with older Star Trek, we've always seen big ships in orbit, but that's just because you're very close to the ship, right? But here it's nice because it really, when you're watching it on your $50,000 TV,
damn,
that's big. That your $1.3 million TV that's as big as your room. No,
I wish I was watching Picard like that.
It's nice.
I will be watching Picard like that.
How imposing the planet is.
I'm excited about that. I'll let you know. You know what's cool about me going to the premiere, Toddy, is I'll see.
Oh, that's right. You can compare them.
I can compare them. I'll see
the
film, the show as it's meant to be seen on the silver screen, because Terry Matalas has said that he wished he could release the whole thing in movie theaters because it's like made that way, right? So I'll make sure to like have it committed to memory, and then I'll let you know how it compares.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see if there is a difference, because we do know that there is a difference between like Blu-ray releases, like and streaming. That makes sense. But yeah, I'm intrigued.
Joel guesses plumbers from the tribe Worf's brother transported in the holodeck.
I mean, that would be quite a random thing to go back to, wouldn't it? Like, I wonder how deep cut this is gonna be, though. Truly,
I think it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. So many people have seen it already, but I love. By the way, I appreciate that everyone who's seen it is mum's the word on everything. I really appreciate that. I've not seen a leak or anything anywhere, and that's very exciting. So kudos to all these people. Oh, thank you, Kevin Richardson. It's nice to see everyone in the chat. What else? What else about this trailer did we say we want to talk about? Of course,
we're seeing more of this young lad.
Oh yeah, let's look at the lad. Let's look at the lad.
Hit me with the lad. I think that. So the theory is the lad is the son of Picard and Beverly. Is that it?
Yeah, but it seems like strongly suggested, doesn't it, in the trailer, that that's the case? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this young fellow.
Let me see if I can find him. He's eluding me in the trailer. I might have to watch the whole trailer again. Hold on. Oh, there he is. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I gotta go back 10 seconds. Okay. Let me see. All right. All right, here we go. We got Ed Spielers. By the way, did you ever watch? You've been watching Downton Abbey, right? So you recognize him as the footman.
Yes. I have been. Well, we've finished watching Downton Abbey.
Oh, nice.
Wife made me watch Downton.
He's also an Outlander for those who watch Outlander.
Yeah, and she watches Outlander.
I
watches
love that wife
Outlander.
watches all these romantic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Michelle makes a good point. British accent, blue eyes, square jawline, angry at Picard. It all fits. I think
What if they
you know,
run a
for a while I
curveball
was...
and he's like the son of Q or some shit?
Oh, what? It's a lot to wrap your head around, but it kind of makes sense because at the end of All Good Things, there's like a little bit of a romance. Some people think that Beverly may have had to leave the Enterprise in season 2 because she went off to take care of this child. I kind of don't like that idea because if that's the case, then she just left this child with someone for like all of their upbringing and never said a word about it. Like, why would she keep the
How
child secret from
dreadful.
all
Who
of
else would do that on the Enterprise in TNG?
Worf? But
Oh.
anyways, Worf. There is
That
another
was a
person
common
that-
thing, right? So they
It
do
was a
this in
co-
TNG. I see. It's so
yeah.
horrible.
So I don't think it's that one. However, there's also plenty of time between Nemesis or after Nemesis for them to have had relations that could produce a child. Now, the question is, if this is Beverly and Jean-Luc's child, the question I have is, why keep him a secret? Like, what's the deal? Like, why would Beverly not tell Jean-Luc that there's a child? So that's the one nagging thing that makes me wonder about who he is and not have a definitive answer, I'm not committing definitively to the idea that he is Jean-Luc and Beverly's child.
You know what? I would only be just a little saddened that we didn't get to like. I would be saddened that it happened off screen. Like all of these things that happened off screen. You know what I mean? Like these people are our friends. You know, these characters. We follow their stories. I like to watch and live through like their stories. And just to like Beverly and Picard, they had a son, but it was off screen, and he grew up, and we didn't get to experience any of it. It kind of sucks because we didn't get to experience any of like Deanna and Riker's kind of like
kids
and
their
married
family
life,
yeah.
and it's a bit it's a bit disheartening to. So that's why I would prefer it not be the case. But then I don't know, like it's kind of too late, I guess, for Beverly and Picard to have like a child now.
Right. I mean, also we don't know if synthetic Jean-Luc can anymore. There's probably no
Robo
way he can have
Picard.
kids. Yeah.
Beep boop.
I doubt
beep,
he
boop.
can have children anymore.
Beverly. Beep boop.
Wow. I don't even know.
I am still the same. Beep.
Wow, stop it. Dang. He is the same. I'm telling you, he's the same. It's the ship of Theseus. Damn. And yes, I don't think he's fully functional.
They made me die.
Oh no. Stop it.
But
Tom.
for narrative purposes, I'm still the same.
You know my crazy
Beep, boop.
theory though about
Beep, boop, beep,
how
boop.
he could be still Jean-Luc's son and Beverly could have kept it a secret, right? Have you heard this theory? Have you heard my...
Now that Picard is a robot, his sexual horizons have been opened, and he's very much more interested in lore than Beverly at the moment.
I see.
So
His sexual
that's
horizons.
Yeah, that's the
Gotcha.
that's the love story that's going to happen in this season. Lauren Picard.
Jill points out that the silence could reproduce, but it didn't happen easily. They had to try a lot. they had to try a lot before they could do it. And I think Hilo's kid. No, not Hilo's kid. Whose kid? Chief Terrell's. Is it Chief Terrell's kid? I can't remember. Gosh, I got to revisit Well, anyways, also Toddy hasn't seen BSG, so I don't want to spoil it.
No, I haven't.
Uh,
I will.
Michelle points out Beverly may have left Picard after he resigned because he shut down and pushed her away. There's a great fanfic that explores this. Still, like,
Maybe Beverly resigned because at that time,
I just can't imagine, like, we all check in on our exes, you know, like we look at like it, you know, I just can't imagine Beverly could keep everything
a
secret.
secret.
Like that.
Yeah, it seems
it's
a bit
just-
big. Or
it's a
maybe
huge
Picard's like,
secret.
you know, sometimes he has a way of like he's so in denial about it that he just won't see the truth. It's like
But
maybe
not only-
it's like a sitcom situation where he comes to dinner and there's this guy and she's like, you know, it's like so obvious. They're making all these obvious, you know, like jokes that like he's his son and like he's just oblivious to it, you know.
But also, like, I feel like everyone would have had to have been in on it, right? Like, would Beverly keep the secret from Geordi and Deanna and Riker and the rest of the gang? You know, like, would she do that? Like,
Well, maybe because they're like, look at what he did to Elnor.
oh, jeez. They didn't. Wow.
I don't know. I understand where the theory is coming from. And I do accept that it can be like it is a possibility. I'm like you though. I'm not like 100% on it though.
Yeah, I'm not
I want to
100%
accept
sold.
it.
I'm excited to find out what his deal is, and so I'm excited to meet the character. And I really enjoy Ed Spielers as an actor, so I'm excited about that. Jill points out that the actor Ed Spielers is 34, so I mean he could play younger. He looks like, I think Michelle pointed out earlier that he looks to be in his mid 20s. I think mid to late 20s he could definitely pull that off for sure.
He's 34. Okay.
Yeah, that's how old Ed Spielers is.
I'm really not
Michelle-
good. I cannot for the life of me figure out what age people are.
Yeah,
Like,
I know you
it's
always
too-
thought I was. You
it's-
think I'm your age, which is hilarious.
It's
to
too
me.
complicated now. Like just
It is a
knowing
little
people's
complicated.
ages. Come on.
Yeah, it's not important anyways, but I mean it is for us as we're doing this discussion here. Uh, let's see here. So Michelle says season 1 Picard would not have been a great dad. I don't like the idea of Bev hiding a kid from him, but if it's done right, I'm on board. Yeah, I agree with that. If it's and I think it will be, if that's the case, they will do it right. But I personally can't think of how it's gonna pan out. I have a lot of theories, but nothing that like makes sense to me right now. The other thing is, so my theory, Michelle, don't get Picrusher hurt here. My theory is that Nella Darren. Do you remember Nella Darren?
You know
Tommy?
what happened in 2367 actually? Because why? Okay, Jill, why are you asking what happened in 2367? Is this when this kid would be born, basically? Because if that's the case, family happened in 2367. Man comes out of his traumatizing best of both worlds situation. All right, he went home. He has this whole reflective thing about like, oh my God, my family. I want to be with my family on the vineyard. And then as soon as he goes back from Earth and hits that Enterprise, he hits that Beverly. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna have a kid.
He hits that Beverly. Wow.
Right? That's what's happening in 2367.
This is my response to he hits that Beverly.
But she pulls out the guns.
She's gonna back off, soldier. No, I think that's interesting. But yeah, why are we asking about 2367?
I don't know why they're
shit.
asking about 2367 because I think they retro. I think they will maybe counting back his age.
Oh, I see.
We're like
I see.
23. No, we're 2401 in Picard season 3, right? Something like that.
Too many jokes. Sorry if we're getting too jokey, but that's the nature of our relationship, unfortunately. All right, so that's one of the main things that we get in this trailer is, oh, look at this, I put you little. I don't know why I did that. Here we
I put you little. Haha.
go. Let's see what else in the trailer did we not go over. Let's see, there's like, oh, here's another shot of
So
Adam
okay,
Sandler's.
she says no one can be trusted.
Yeah, she does say no, trust no one.
Trust no one. So what's going on?
Meaning, does she mean even like his
Is it the
friends?
return of those slug things from season 1?
Oh.
No,
A lot of people wonder about that, but I don't think that's going to be it either.
I do too. I wonder if we'll see them again someday. Maybe in like lower decks.
Maybe. We get another. I like. Hold on, where is that shot? I want to just show the Titan again because there's this beautiful shot of her.
So
There's a
if
lot
I
of
asked
beautiful
you,
shots
if
of
I
her.
asked you, who's gonna die, you just wouldn't reply. You
It's
refuse
just
to
too hard for
participate?
me, but I would like to hear. Let's do the who's gonna die thing. So Terry Metalis has said that no one's safe, and that there might be someone going. So a lot of people are saying it's gonna be Worf, because it would make sense, an honorable death. You know, he's like, you know, that kind of thing. Some folks, because of the trailer, are saying Riker, but I don't think they would just throw that in the trailer. A lot of people think Picard's gonna die, and then yeah, Jill just pointed out like Troy might also be on the chopping block.
Jesus Christ, yo, that's like
yeah,
everyone.
just like that's everyone.
It's like
That's why I
everyone's.
can't. Yeah, that's why I can't think about it. That's why I can't think about it. But
Okay, let's do this easy. Picard, yes or no?
So it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case, just because if we do continue to do a Star Trek show beyond this, like, you know, Sir Patrick might be like, all right, cool, I've done my bit for King and Country, like, you know, I'll just come back for flashbacks or like enjoy the next generation, you know what I mean? And then all the legacy characters can just start coming back. Whoever survives can start coming back here and there as needed or whatnot, you know? So that does make a lot of sense. I just think that, like, also, I don't mind. I know characters in Star Trek die and get resurrected all the time. So, like, deaths in Star Trek aren't really like deaths, I guess, if you will, right?
Yeah.
So Picard does seem like a logical solution. And he would have, like, a kind of reasoning, which is, I've already died. This is, like, my extended time. I got this synth body and, you know, it's like,
Well, that's right.
you know, this and that, and I see that the legacy I'm leaving behind is good, like, you know, like, so in that sense, like, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because like his own mentality would be to sacrifice, you know, like he's 99 years old or something like that. He's like lived a very long life, so that would make sense. So yeah, Jean-Luc makes a lot of sense to me, and Worf. Those are the two that make sense to me, but I just don't want it to be any of them. Personally, I want them all to survive.
So Geordie, I don't think there's any reason or possibility for Geordie to die that wouldn't make
right.
sense in any. So Worf, yes, you think because of the whole.
Well, he's a warrior. He's like, I think it would be honorable. He would go to Stovacor. In his mind, if he still follows the Klingon ways, in his mind, a death would be. You
Well,
know,
yeah. As much as it
today's a good
saddens,
day to die. Yeah.
as much as it saddens
Like,
us, the audience, to lose Worf, it is technically the happy ending or the best
for
of
his
endings
character,
for his character.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's right. Yeah.
Beverly, nah, come on, can't be killing
No.
Beverly and Picard.
No, she's got like shows to do afterwards. Like,
Oh,
more
that's
Star
right.
Trek.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Troy, Troy and
Beverly's
Riker.
untouchable.
I don't think
That would
I
break my
don't-
heart also, because they've been through so much tragedy
Yeah,
already.
I
With
feel
the
like
loss
they
of Thad and stuff
let
like
them
that.
live their life on that planet with the bunnies.
Nepenthe, and with their daughter Kestra. So yeah, that one would break my heart a lot if it was Troy. But also, oh, I get goosebumps. Just, I'm feeling feels. I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel these feels.
It's not even real yet.
I know, but they're real to me. They're so real to me. Like, I love them. I love them so much.
No,
So-
I know, but the fictional death isn't even real yet. We're talking about like the possibility of a fictional death. Not even
I know,
talking about,
and it's just, it's crushing me. It's like, this is like this is like the last thing Starfleet Boy wants to think about. But it's good. It's good conversation.
Seven and Rafi. What do we think?
No. No, because they're
Okay.
part of the next generation.
I agree.
Ben,
agree.
Benchinium says Starfleet boy, switch your motion chip off.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Here we go. All right. Yes, here we go.
No, I don't think they would kill Seven or Rafi because they're not part of like the TNG. I think this really is a send off for TNG to go into the following generation. What's the next
Right.
generation's name? The following generation?
Gen Z.
Oh,
Zoomers.
This-
Star Trek Zoomers. Star Trek Zoomers.
Star Trek Zoomers? That's dreadful. I refuse that.
Sorry. Carry on.
The following generation?
No, I don't think they'll call it anything like that. I think Star Trek Legacy sounds like a cool name for a show because it Legacy implies that these are the next generation, like honoring the legacy of what came before, I guess, in a way. So I wouldn't mind something along those lines. But you can't call it next generation or
The next generation.
Another generation.
The new next generation. Or the new generation.
The new next generation.
The young generation.
I agree with Michelle. She said, I'm sad as a Picard Beverly Crusher fan because if Jean-Luc dies, they won't really get their, kind of like happy ending type of thing. But yeah, I agree with that as well. That would make me sad, but it is the most logical choice. And I think if
Beverly wouldn't accept him because he's a robot anyway.
Wow, I don't think that. Wow,
You don't think that there's precedence, sir, in terms of Beverly? Let's not get into it, but
here's the shot I wanted to talk about real quick. I'm gonna actually risk playing it real quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. Ooh. So see, that version of Space Dock is different from that version of Space Dock. Hold on, let me see if I can pause it real quick. Has like a different look from the other version of Space Dock. So they go to multiple Space Docks. What
Clearly
if the whole
this is
season
full
is just
HD,
like a
what you're
different
showing us
Space
here.
Dock? Are you seeing it like nice?
Well, I mean, it's all right. It's as good as
See those
YouTube
little
can offer, basically.
See those
Yeah.
little circular things around the
Yeah.
rim of the thing? Those have, if you zoom in, which I can't do, those have ships in them. So this might be the Fleet Museum or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they're gonna steal the Enterprise. Which Enterprise would they steal?
Because that's never been done before.
But I would love to see it done again.
It's a classic now. It's a classic move. You're gonna steal the Enterprise. You're gonna steal a ship.
Jill, if you have a fairly recent TV, maybe there's a way I can help you look at the settings or something. But yeah, I bet they do have sales on TVs for President's Day. I can't believe we got into that TV discussion. Jordy seems really pissed. Oh, I wanted to ask you what you think about
whether you like it or not. I do think it will be a discussion that will be had in years to come, right? I do think so.
What do we think this is?
Someone made fun and said it was like the AI place where they were storing all of like the evil AIs in lower decks.
Right, so that there might be Moriarty might be stored here.
Yeah.
And maybe even lore.
Yeah, I do think it's absolutely like a storage complex of some kind for like Starfleet, right?
I don't know, but that looks like a lot like the set of the
It reminds me of
Stellar
Discovery, doesn't
Cartography.
it? Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
Stellar
true.
Cartography or Cerebro.
Yeah, that too,
right? Yeah, so who knows? But it does look like a kind of facility. There's these weird like things that remind me of the Soong Android stuff. Those those things have like a humanoid shaped opening in them, right? So you could place an android body in there, I guess, if you really wanted to. And I know with quantum technology, like the quantum archives, you can store things, like in a pattern buffer type of thing. So who knows what's there? But yeah, so that's an interesting set. Riker looks hella creepy in this scene's lit by the blue. Let me see if I can find There he is. Oh, there's also speculation on the Text Trek podcast. By the way, if you guys don't subscribe to Text Trek, they're like our good friends over there. So check them out and subscribe. But the other thing that came up during the Text Trek podcast was that what if we are going to see Thomas Riker again? And, maybe there's going to be 2 Rikers or, who knows? So that'll be an interesting thing as well. But I don't think that's going to happen personally. But here's that shot of Riker. He looks like very cool in this light, the blue light.
You think we'll
And
see
there's
some
Worf
like
behind
live
him.
action Lower Decks characters?
I would love that.
They would be like older, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you got like
But-
Captain Tendi or some shit.
I would 100% love that, but it feels like they would have. I mean, that would be an amazing surprise to get like Eugene Cord, because we're gonna get Tawny Newsome and
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid on Strange New Worlds. So if they kept it secret that like Eugene Cordero,
That's a
and,
secret to keep.
No,
That would be amazing, right?
Yeah, Noel Wells appears on this show. That would be awesome. I would approve of that 100%. I think that would
Be amazing.
thing. Yeah. That Worf and what looks like Rafi fight scene is pretty cool. It's very fast, but why are they fighting? What do you think?
Worf and Rafi?
Yeah, it's right before the.
It's a
Titan
misunderstanding,
episode.
right?
I wonder if or I don't know, but there's
What? How many
like,
seconds? What minute?
It's
What's
at
the timestamp?
140 something, like 140,
July.
39, 139, 138.
Wait,
Start at 138.
Oh my god, he headbutts her.
I know. Also, Jurg pointed out that there's a Ferengi trader, but a lot of people think it looks like Quark. I can't find the little snippet where that is, but there's let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. But at this point, like, why would Quark be just walking around like this free cloudish kind of planet? He's got like
He's got Quark's bars everywhere.
he's got like a franchise now, right? He's
He's got a
making mad
franchise.
money.
He could go check on them. Maybe he goes to them.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know why they're fighting. I do think it's a misunderstanding though, right?
Yeah.
I think like I would think that Worf is here like protecting Picard or something, and then she wants to come and see him, and so they fight over that maybe.
It's possible. Not sure.
What do you think of the badges? Do you like the badges?
You mean the ones that they've had all this time?
What do you mean the ones that?
Like what are you talking about? The badges? Like this one? Hold on. Are you talking about this thing? This guy?
No. This thing
what are
here.
you talking-
144.
Okay, 144. Let me see. I just updated my badge. This is what I should have been wearing this whole time, actually.
That's right.
So there we go. All right.
Scandalous.
You said 144?
He updates his badges list and he updates his TVs. No, I'm kidding.
What badges are at 144 is the Titan?
No.
Yeah, 1 minute 44 seconds.
Well then, oh my god, no. There's a
No!
Okay, around 144. Okay, because YouTube apparently muddles 6 seconds into one. 144. There's a shot of Picard. Find that one.
Oh, okay, I found it. Hold on, I got you.
Ah, there we go.
All right, this one.
Okay, what do we think of that?
That's his badge from season 2. That's his Commandant of Starfleet Academy badge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he sported it first in season 2.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Audience, I would like to cite this as an example of how Toddy does not pay attention to Star Trek Picard. When he watches, he's often folding laundry or distracted, and so his surprise.
The audience here will defend me in regards to Picard season 2. I'm sorry. I think that season justified laundry folding. Come on.
But it is a nice callback
I
to the.
I didn't notice that one. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
apologize.
it is a nice callback, though. Here, I'll put this up on screen here. I like it because
Jill says that's ridiculously dark. She's talking about that shot.
That's a call. Don't you think that badge is a callback to like this kind of style?
Somewhat,
Right?
I think so. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
like
so
it
I
has
like
the aesthetic.
I don't know about you, but I see clearly what's in the background. I can see the lines of the ship. I can see the columns. I can see dimmer lights. I see chair details. In fact, I can see a lot of the textures of the chair and the metal. I can see Jean-Luc's uniform has like a little striping on it or piping. I can see that the badge is clearly a gold and red badge. I can see the hints of maroon. So again, I'm not sure how much brighter this scene could be because it's at a red alert situation. I imagine. I know ships are. We're used to the ships being really bright. I know. I get it. Even in the movies, but don't you think that the
You can see
TNG
red on
movies,
his
the
badge,
ships?
though. I can't see red on his badge.
Yeah, that stripe going through. Maybe it's just because I know what it is. Maybe I'm seeing it, but the stripe going through is red.
Now that you've told me,
I like
maybe.
how Toddy's like. Right
Yeah,
up to the
I'm leaning in. I'm leaning in. I can see maybe perhaps a brownish. Maybe there's a brownish hue to it, but I don't see no red. That you told me, so maybe. Okay.
I don't know. I like it. I think it's an aesthetic thing, and I think some people just don't like it, but I love it. And I think that I like it when things are moody and contrasty. It's very Caravaggio. Do you know the painter Caravaggio?
No, I don't.
He did a lot
Caravaggio?
with a technique called Chiaro Oscuro, and I've always liked that better. I always
Caravaggio.
think
Did
it
he
looks
paint?
more.
Did he paint during the night?
He did. There are paintings of his that seem to be like candlelit, though. He's a master, actually, of lighting and stuff like that. So yeah, it looks like they're using.
Okay. All right. I did a Google search for this Caravaggio dude. All right. I'll say this. There is no way you can compare what we were just looking at with the Picard thing to what he's doing. You say he's a master of light. He is. But I'll tell you what. It is very, very somber and very, very dark. But you can see because he doesn't paint everything black. He paints the things that you're supposed to see bright colors, the way that you're supposed to see them. He doesn't, because what he would do to make it look like Picard is he would paint that and then he would basically paint black over the whole thing again. Come on, this is not comparable.
What is going on here? This is a bright shot. I decided to just pull up bright shots from now on. I'm just kidding. No, but what do you think's going? This is like a huge explosion of some kind happening, and I don't know. Like, people seem to be reacting. Oh, here, Toddy wants me to put.
Look at this. Look, how could you compare that?
Look how dark it. I can't see.
I
Anything
know
in the
it's very
background.
dark, but look, you can specifically see colors.
Where's the light coming from, though?
Over
A
here,
window.
I think?
You can see it. Yeah, exactly. Like a window up at the top.
Yeah,
He's such a good. I like that we.
that's
showed this.
fantastic. That is fantastic. Congratulations to this man. But yeah, I wouldn't compare that in any way to what we were looking at. The guy
Alright.
on the bridge.
Fine. Whatever. Why does everyone have like a physical what do we do? I don't want that. Hold on a second. There we go. Why is everyone having like a physical reaction to this explosion that's like, hold on, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Let me do this version of it. There we go. Like a physical reaction. See,
I've been banished to the shadow realm.
just for a second, like, see,
Okay, fair enough.
like people are having like a reaction to this explosion that seems like they're having orgasms.
I mean,
it's
maybe
like
it's
an
just maybe it's
O-face
just that
thing.
good of an explosion.
I don't know, but look, it's like. All right, that's it. I just wanted to show that. I don't know what's
It's
going
showing
on, but they're
everyone's
having-
O-face there.
There's an O-face situation going on, but my point is whatever that explosion is, somehow it
Maybe
must be
it's
like
affecting their
yeah,
minds, right?
their minds somehow. Yeah, it's interesting. It's affecting them somehow.
Alien space
Mission-
reactions to alien space explosion.
Terry Vitalis may not have been joking when he said to watch Sub Rosa. Oh my gosh. That's
You think Beverly can now summon like an army
ghost of Ronan.
of space
She
sex
can-
ghosts?
She can summon Ronan whenever she wants. I like
Not just one, plenty.
that. Ronan was destroyed though, but maybe his species is still around. I don't know.
What a dreadful
All right.
species.
Toddy, we're coming up to 2 hours.
That's
so
ridiculous.
I think yeah, it is a little ridiculous, but I appreciate the audience has been with us this whole time. All 89 of you. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Any conclusions, any final hype before it's 2 weeks away, basically? So any final hype? Maybe we'll do another stream before I head off to LA or something.
I think that the trailers aren't correctly reflecting what the season will deliver. I think that
I agree.
I think
it's meant to excite you, and I think they do that, but they're not going to give us a lot of information.
No,
yeah,
they're doing the old Beyond trailer. They're doing even those old TNG trailers. It was all about like look at there's all these explosions. It's so exciting, and then you tune into TNG and it's just a couple of people sitting around a table for an hour, right? But so I think it's not going to be as life and death, not as explosion, not as
right. Every episode's definitely not going to be that. Yeah, I agree with that. That's one of the great things about the fact that we're getting this like massive adventure, if you will, and this like send off type of story on this scale of over 10 episodes. I think that's really, really exciting. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So in terms of like my reaction to the trailers, I'm hyped.
Yeah, now that we've revisited them, we really don't know anything about.
I'm hyped. No, I'm not hyped. I would say just I'm intrigued. In terms of like what I've seen by the trailers, and I would be curious but cautious going in. I'll say that what is really selling the show for me at this point is not so much the trailers, but all of the comments of the people that have seen the 3 or 6 first episodes, because a lot of these people, some of them are hardcore Star Trek fans, like new Star Trek fans. Some of them are old Star Trek fans. Some of them have been like naysayers for Star Trek for a while. It's like it's such a varied range of people that have seemingly all come together to say this is fantastic. And just that alone is really what's driving my hype at the moment. I'm like, wow, all of these people, they have such different opinions, but they all agree on one thing, is that this is a killer season. And so, you know what, that's selling it for me. I'll tell you that.
That's a good note to end on, and I think that's my sentiment too. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and doing this. I really appreciate you, sir. What's going on Trek on the Tube? Can you tell folks how to find you, where to find you, what you're doing?
Trek on the Tube over on the YouTube. Trek on the Tube also on the Twitter. But yeah, I'm releasing a video every 2 weeks this year. I'll try to stick to that schedule as much as I can. So like it should be around like the 1st, 2nd of every month, and then like the 15th, 16th around there. So I just released my Prodigy review. You can go check that out. And coming soon is a Star Trek Species.
The Hageman brothers retweeted and said such a nice note to you.
It's very true. The Hageman brothers watched my review.
I had to rescind my critiques. I had a lot of critiques for you, and I had to take them all back.
You're allowed to stay true to your word. If you have critiques, you can keep.
No, because I said that this would be the response from most people, and it really clearly wasn't. And so, my response was different. But anyways, it is a good video. I love your videos.
No, you pointed out some valid things. I take into consideration all criticism, be it from you or other people.
He does, actually. Yeah. Just be nice about it in the comments, folks. Sometimes I see some wacko doodles.
Yeah, don't be mean.
Don't be
especially mean. Especially if it's constructive, or you know.
Yeah.
And like I think everyone, this goes for me and for everyone. I think we can all be a little defensive, like strict, like in the beginning, but then when you take time to really reflect upon things. But anyway, no, I'm actually, generally speaking, the response to my video was very positive, and it was a positive review. Go watch Prodigy, people. Anyway, next video, Star Trek Species coming out. The Breen. I'm talking about the Breen.
Excellent.
It's coming out soon, probably the 1st or the 2nd, so in a couple of days. And I'm starting up again with my TOS reviews, because I've stopped doing weekly reviews for all the new Star Trek shows. I can't keep up, but I did say that I would carry on doing my Star Trek original series reviews, because those were fun.
Fantastic.
So yeah, that's coming.
Well, folks, thank you for joining us. You can find me on Starfleet Boy. We also have a channel called Starfleet Boy After Dark, where we do other stuff that's like not necessarily Star Trek related. And then, of course, I'm on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, but I'm most active, I would say, on Twitter. If you want to chat me up, I'm usually on there. I know it's a hellscape, but but it just happens that's where I made the most connections, so I kind of stick around until everyone else leaves. I'll be the one that turns the lights off, so that you don't have to. But anyways, you don't have to sully yourself with what Elon Musk is doing. But anyways, thank you, Toddy. Thank you so much, audience. We loved all your thoughts and speculation. Certainly gave me a lot to think about. Live long and prosper, and we will see you next time. Oh, and Saturday at 3 p.m. we're going to be talking about Star Trek the animated series. So 3 p.m. Saturday.
Great show. Watch the animated series too.
Yes, it's true. All right, live long and prosper, everyone. Thank you.